Welcome to House Lux Estate, your go-to channel for all things related to the fishing industry. Today, we're diving deep into a fascinating topic, 10 things you didn't know about the fishing industry. Now, you might think you know all there is to know about fishing. After all, it's just a matter of casting a line and waiting, right? Well, not quite. The fishing industry is a complex and vital global sector that not only provides food, but also employment and economic benefits to millions of people worldwide. It's an industry that's as deep and vast as the oceans themselves, with countless stories and facts just waiting to be discovered. From surprising fishing methods to the impact of climate change, there's a lot about this industry that remains under the surface. But don't worry, we're here to reel in the truth for you. Stay tuned to uncover some surprising facts about the fishing industry. Did you know that the fishing industry is bigger than you might think? It's not just about a few fishermen on their boats casting nets into the sea. No, the fishing industry is a massive global network that spans continents and oceans. Consider this. It's estimated that the total value of the global fishing industry is in the ballpark of hundreds of billions of dollars. That's right, billions with a B. And it's not just the monetary value that's impressive. This industry also provides livelihoods for millions of people around the world. From those who catch the fish to those who process, transport, and sell it, the fishing industry is a vital part of the global economy. And it's not just about the money and jobs. The industry also plays a crucial role in food security, providing a significant source of protein for billions of people worldwide. So, the fishing industry is not just a small sector, but a global giant. Overfishing is a big concern in the industry. So, what exactly is overfishing? Well, it's a lot like it sounds. It's the act of catching fish from our seas at a pace that the populations can't replenish. Now, why is this a problem? Picture this. Imagine you're at a buffet and you're piling your plate high with food, but as you're eating, the kitchen staff can't replace the food fast enough. Eventually, the buffet runs out. That's what's happening to our oceans. The impact of overfishing isn't just on the fish populations. It creates a ripple effect, disturbing the balance of our marine ecosystems. Predators lose their prey and other species proliferate without checks and balances. But it's not all doom and gloom. Many organizations are working to combat overfishing, advocating for sustainable fishing practices and stricter regulations. It's clear that overfishing is a serious issue that needs addressing. And with increased awareness, we can all play a part in turning the tide. There are more ways to catch a fish than you might think. From the simple act of casting a line off a dock, to the traditional and often artistic method of fly fishing, where the angler imitates the movement of a fly to lure the fish. There's also spearfishing, an ancient technique that's still in use today, requiring precision and patience. Then we have the grander scale of commercial fishing. Here, methods like trawling, where a large net is dragged through the water, and longlining, where a single fishing line is stretched out with hundreds of baited hooks are used. And let's not forget about the use of technology in modern fishing. Sonar systems, for example, help locate schools of fish, making the process more efficient. From age-old practices to cutting-edge technology, the methods of fishing are as diverse as the fish in the sea. The variety of fishing methods is truly astounding. Aquaculture is a major part of the fishing industry. This term might sound a bit technical, but it simply refers to the practice of cultivating aquatic organisms, especially fish and shellfish, in controlled environments. Think of it as farming, but in water. Aquaculture's significance to the fishing industry is substantial. It helps meet the ever-growing demand for seafood without overburdening our oceans. By breeding fish in designated areas, we can ensure a steady supply of seafood all year round. However, like most things, aquaculture has its downsides. There are concerns about the impact on local ecosystems, the potential for disease spread among farmed fish, and the question of whether farmed fish have the same nutritional value as their wild counterparts. Despite these challenges, the pros of aquaculture often outweigh the cons. It's a sustainable way to bolster the fishing industry and keep our plates full of our favorite seafood dishes. Aquaculture plays a vital role in meeting the world's demand for seafood. Illegal fishing is a significant problem in the industry. It's more than just an act of defiance against laws and regulations. It's a major contributor to the decline of fish populations and a threat to the balance of marine ecosystems. Imagine a game of hide and seek in the vast expanse of the ocean. That's illegal fishing in a nutshell. Fishing vessels sneak into protected areas or fish beyond their quotas and then vanish before they can be caught. This sort of activity depletes fish stocks at a rate faster than they can naturally replenish. Moreover, it undermines the efforts of those who fish legally, creating an uneven playing field and leading to economic losses. It's an issue that affects everyone, from the fisherman casting his net to the consumer buying the catch. But it's not all doom and gloom. There are solutions in sight, such as stricter regulations, advanced tracking technologies, and international cooperation. Illegal fishing is a challenge that the industry needs to tackle. And with concerted effort, we can face this challenge head-on. A bycatch is an unintended consequence of fishing. It's a term that might sound like a bonus catch to some, but in reality, it's an issue that's far from beneficial. Bycatch refers to the marine creatures that are unintentionally caught while fishing for a different species. This isn't just about catching the wrong type of fish, it's a much broader problem. It includes dolphins, sea turtles, and even birds that get trapped in nets and hooks. Imagine casting a net to catch a school of tuna, but instead, you haul in a mix of different species, many of which have no commercial value and are often thrown back into the sea, injured or even dead. The impact of bycatch on marine ecosystems is profound. It disrupts the balance of marine life, leading to a decline in species and affecting the overall health of our oceans. Bycatch is a problem that the industry is working to reduce. The future of our oceans depends on it. Seafood fraud is more common than you might think. It's a deceptive practice that can occur at any point along the seafood supply chain, from the moment a fish is caught to the time it ends up on your plate. Imagine ordering a fancy dish of red snapper, only to be served a cheaper tilapia instead. That's seafood fraud in action. This isn't just a matter of getting what you paid for. Seafood fraud can have severe consequences. It can undermine efforts to sustainably manage fisheries, threaten the survival of certain fish species, and even pose health risks. For instance, some fraudulently labeled fish can contain harmful allergens or toxins. Moreover, it's a global problem. A study by Oceana revealed that 1 in 5 seafood samples tested worldwide were mislabeled. This means there's a good chance that seafood fraud might be happening right under your nose. Seafood fraud is a serious issue that consumers need to be aware of. So next time you order seafood, remember to ask questions and be informed about what you're actually eating. Fish farming is an important part of the fishing industry. This practice, also known as aquaculture, involves raising fish in controlled environments like tanks or enclosures in bodies of water. It's a fascinating blend of agriculture and fishing, offering an alternative to traditional wild-catch fisheries. Fish farming contributes significantly to the fishing industry. It helps to replenish fish stocks, meet growing seafood demand, and reduce pressure on overfished species. In fact, about half of the fish consumed globally comes from fish farms. However, it's not all smooth sailing. Fish farming has its share of challenges. It can lead to water pollution from excess feed and fish waste, disease outbreaks due to high fish density, and escapees that can affect wild fish populations. Despite these challenges, the industry is continually innovating to improve sustainability and efficiency. Advancements in feed composition, disease control, and farming systems are making fish farming more environmentally friendly. Fish farming is a key part of the industry's efforts to meet the world's seafood demand. Climate change is affecting the fishing industry. Rising sea temperatures and acidification are disrupting marine ecosystems worldwide. These changes can lead to shifts in fish populations and migration patterns. For instance, some species are moving to cooler waters, leaving traditional fishing grounds barren. This not only affects the catch of the day, but also the livelihoods of those who rely on these waters. Furthermore, warmer oceans mean more intense and frequent storms, posing significant risks to fishing operations. Acidification, on the other hand, threatens shellfish like oysters, clams, and mussels, whose shells become thinner and more fragile in acidic waters. But it's not all doom and gloom. There are potential solutions. Many in the industry are exploring sustainable fishing practices and aquaculture methods that can help mitigate these impacts. However, these changes require cooperation and commitment at all levels, from individual fishermen to global policymakers. Climate change is a challenge that the fishing industry needs to adapt to. The future of the fishing industry is uncertain, but as the saying goes, necessity is the mother of invention. As we grapple with the challenges of overfishing, climate change, and sustainability, new technologies and practices are emerging that could reshape the industry in exciting ways. Take precision fishing, for example, which uses advanced technology to target specific species and sizes of fish, reducing bycatch and improving sustainability. Or consider the rise of plant-based and lab-grown seafood products, catering to a growing number of consumers concerned about the environmental impact of their food choices. We're also seeing a shift towards more local, small-scale fishing operations, which can have a lower carbon footprint and help to support local economies. But it's not all smooth sailing. The industry will need to navigate regulatory changes, evolving consumer preferences, and the unpredictable impacts of climate change. The fishing industry is set to face many challenges and opportunities in the future. The only certainty is that it will continue to evolve and adapt, as it has done for centuries. That concludes our look at 10 things you didn't know about the fishing industry. What an expedition we've been on, diving deep into the world of fishing. We've had a glimpse at the massive scale of the industry and the looming issue of overfishing. We've uncovered the various fishing methods, from traditional to modern, and the rise of aquaculture as a solution to feeding the globe. We've navigated the murky waters of illegal fishing and the heartbreaking reality of bycatch. We've also exposed the shocking truth about seafood fraud and delved into the complex world of fish farming. Furthermore, we've seen the impact of climate change on fisheries and contemplated the future of fishing. Each fact illuminated a different aspect of the industry, revealing a world far more complex and interconnected than one might initially perceive. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to House Luxe Estate for more interesting videos like this one.